I'm here to talk to you about presentation skills, specifically the days, weeks, and sometimes months beforehand, and how the work you put in at this time helps lead to success in your future. Now, to do this, I'm going to talk about three things. First, about how I have found success in my career through presentations. Next, about my approach and mindset to developing these skills. And finally, how you can take what you learned here today and apply it to your own unique and personal selves. Now, when I was first hired with AltaGas Utilities, I was hired in a temporary position. And I quickly learned I liked the company, and I liked the people I worked with, so I made it my goal to get a full-time job. A little bit later, I was given a big, high-visibility project. I was paired up with a senior employee named Ivan, and Ivan was a great mentor. Over the course of several months, he helped develop both the project and my eventual presentation of it. And when it came time to present to the company's executives, I felt very confident giving it, and gave probably one of the best presentations of my short career so far. And leaving it, one of the vice presidents came by and he patted me on the back and he said, "Braden, there's a job opening up and I want you to apply for it." Now, this job was for a full-time design engineer, and on paper I was underqualified. But I applied and I got that job. This shows the power of a good presentation. After all your work is done, the quality of your presentation can be used to open doors for you, create opportunities for advancement, increase your superiors' and coworkers' confidence in your skills, and secure support for your projects. So how do you develop these skills? What makes a good presentation? I mean, we all know the basics. They're things like stand up straight, speak loudly and clearly, engage the audience. But knowing these basics isn't enough. Have you ever given a presentation knowing your content, knowing how you want it to present, but still feeling nervous and unprepared? I have. I used to all the time. Learning presentation skills requires habits, and for that you need to practice. Now, I like to compare the practice of my presentation skills to how I practice golf. Now, I've recently taken up golf, and it's a wonderful and frustrating sport, and I'm bad at it. Now, one of the problems I had with my golf swing was I would loosen my grip at the top of the upswing. So one of the things the pro had me do was take a coin. And he told me to hold the coin in my hand between my palm and the grip. That way, as I took my upswing, if I loosened my grip, I would drop that coin. This focused my practice on one small fundamental of the swing. After I mastered it, I moved on to another, and then another. And all those fundamentals started adding up to the broader skill as a whole. The same thing works for presentations. I mean, I used to be horrible at presentations. I used to hate public speaking. I'd start rushing through, talking quickly, and no one would understand what I was saying. So one of the things I started to do was putting in big, bold red words in my notes that said, "Take a breath." This helped out with my pacing. The key is, as you're developing your presentation skills, focus on building the fundamentals to combine to the broader skill as a whole. But after you've mastered these fundamentals, what's next? Tailor your presentations, your practice to your own unique and personal selves. Now, in the short time I get to talk to you, I hope you've learned what it will take to become a better presenter. First, admit to yourself that developing your presentation skills will lead to success in your career. Next, focus on developing the fundamentals to combine to the broader skill as a whole. And finally, tailor your presentations and your practice to your own unique and personal selves. Thank you.